Good afternoon, and welcome to the September Facebook Live featuring Sarah Sullivan on the role of the Special Needs Committee. Sarah Sullivan is the Vice President of Advocacy and Family Support for the ARC Jacksonville and is chair of this year's Special Needs Committee. Sarah is the recipient of numerous awards and accolades, including the Chair's Visionary Award in 2021, awarded at the annual certification review course, the Alberto Romero Making a Difference Award for 2017-2018, and the Legislative Award in 2013. She is a prolific author and a mentor and role model to so many leaders of the section and beyond. She is passionate about using her education, training, and experience to service individuals with intellectual and developmental differences. Those who know her in the section say she is always positive, prepared, and is a tireless advocate for truth and justice. Thank you, Sarah, for being here. We're so happy to have you. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, Sarah, what is the role of the Special Needs Committee, and how can lawyers get more involved in advocacy for children with special needs?
So the Special Needs Committee is, we look at all of the issues that face families with children that may have a disability or difference. And I really have to give props to Phil Shapani, who really lobbied hard to the section for creating a Special Needs Children Committee. And it was an ad hoc committee for several years. And then it was made taken from ad hoc and made a permanent committee. And so, and it's all due to Phil Shapani's, kind of tireless advocacy for the committee and for his own family. So it really is important because we are seeing more and more families that are in family litigation that have children with special needs. They do require kind of a special look. It's not a one size fits all. So it's important to kind of look at those families and provide some additional support to them.
What do you wish that every family lawyer knew about taking on a case involving children with special needs?
I think it's a continuation of that idea that one size doesn't fit all. I think also, and I know I get this, that family lawyers have to know a little bit about a lot of areas of law, right? We need to know real estate, income tax, interpersonal communication, some therapeutic, we need to know a lot of things. But I think it's also important for them to kind of know what kind of benefits are out there for families and children with special needs. How are their needs going to change as they reach adulthood? What does it mean for families that are going through litigation? So definitely knowing kind of those benefits like Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, special programs out in the community and resources, that's important. And I also think it's important to add those components to a parenting plan. So I know that most circuits have kind of a model plan, and a lot of times it's even the court's kind of inclination to kind of say, well, there's the parenting plan, good, like go work it out. There's a time sharing schedule. But I think you really have to kind of pause, and that is something we're actually looking at in the committee this year and probably into next year, is looking at the need to either put some components into a parenting plan that will address special needs, or even having an entire special needs parenting plan. So I think it's important for attorneys to know it's not one size fits all, that you really need to kind of do your research and do your homework and incorporate those things into a parenting plan.
Thank you, Sarah. Those are such important tips. So, you're a leader in the family law section and in the community in so many capacities. For lawyers out there who are watching, what advice do you have for lawyers who want to become leaders themselves?
Sure. I think it's, don't wait to be invited, right? Raise your hand, be bold, and you will be rewarded with lots of work. No, just kidding. But no, I really think it's important to kind of raise your hand and don't be intimidated by the section. Don't be intimidated by your community activities. There's always plenty of work to go around, and that's just kind of how you get your foot in the door. I remember when I was a young lawyer, I didn't even know that there was a family law section. I didn't know anything about how the bar was even structured. I did have a more senior attorney that took me down one time and to meetings, and then I was hooked. I was like, I want to be a part of this. This is where it's at. You know, these people all know what they're doing, and it's, you know, I can learn so much from them. But then it was, you know, I raised my hand and said, I want to do some work. And I think I came in through the Domestic Violence Committee, was kind of where I started doing my work. And then I feel like I've been on every other committee since then. But yeah, it's important just to raise your hand and volunteer and be bold. Don't be intimidated by the people around you. They want your help.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah, for your dedication, your excellent advice today, and your leadership in the section. We hope to see you again soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.